This video will provide you with a brief overview of using eVisit and will show you both perspectives, clinics with or without a waiting room. To create an eVisit, the clerk will select the clinic, as they may be responsible for booking on behalf of more than one. They'll enter in the patient's first name, last name, and the patient's email address. Select the provider from the list and select the appointment date, time, and duration. When they click Save, an email is automatically sent to the patient with the clinic's contact information, as well as a Confirm button so that the patient can confirm the appointment. Once the patient confirms the appointment, the visit log is updated on this screen, and another email is sent to the patient with instructions on testing their equipment, as well as a link to the eVisit. If your clinic is using a waiting room, on the day of the appointment, at the appropriate time, the clerk will search for the visit, click on the patient's name, and launch the waiting room. They'll see the eVisit waiting room screen and the patient's name on the left-hand side. They'll click the check mark to accept the patient into the waiting room. When the patient is in the waiting room, the clerk will verify the patient information just as they would for an in-person visit. Once they're ready, they'll click on the patient's name and transfer them to the provider's room. When the provider is ready to start the eVisit, they'll log in if they aren't already logged in. They'll find the patient and click on the Launch Virtual Visit. They'll confirm they have the correct patient on the left side of the screen and click the check mark to accept them into the room. The patient will be shown full screen and the provider in the top right corner. Once the visit is complete, click the red disconnect icon and then disconnect when prompted. Even if your clinic is not using a waiting room, creating the eVisit still happens the same way. The clerk enters the same information, the same emails are sent to the patient, and the clerk can still view the log of what's happened with the appointment. The only difference is the patient will go straight to the provider's room when they connect to their eVisit. From the provider perspective, the process looks exactly the same with or without a waiting room. When the provider is ready to start the appointment, they'll log in if not already logged into the system. They'll find the patient visit and launch the virtual visit. They'll confirm they have the correct patient just as they would for an in-person visit. Click on the check mark to accept the patient into the room. Complete the visit, and once done, disconnect. Visit our website for more training videos and quick reference guides.